Returning to the topic of Tantra psychology, I want to address the topic of eroticism and how it operates, how it exists in the system. First of all, Tantra expresses eroticism in human terms and in the human or anthropomorphic figures of Shiva and Shakti, of Shiva the masculine, Shakti the feminine, and the experienced attraction of the two. The same thing in two forms, just as human beings, they're the same, and male and female are obviously different in form, and so also they become metaphors they're used as metaphors for consciousness, the masculine representing pure consciousness, and the feminine consciousness in manifestation. Now, the actual gender of these two things in the metaphor isn't important. What is important is the concept of consciousness observing and consciousness in manifestation, and the interaction of the two, the attraction of the two. Now, that's at some cosmic level. Now, at the human level, we're beings who experience attractions, and eroticism is about attraction, what attracts us, what draws us, what awakens desire in us, and how desire then pulls us through various experiences. So, in many spiritual traditions, ascetic traditions specifically, desire is considered an obstacle, that the desire for worldly experience, certainly desire for sex or material objects and so on, is considered an obstacle to spiritual attainment. In Tantra, not so much. Desire is the engine of spiritual practice, properly understood and properly directed. So we have to talk about what attracts us. This is where sexuality and gender identity become important in tantric practice. Important in the sense that they're the given situation, the thrown situation that we find ourselves in, that we are identified with a body of a certain biological gender and a psyche that has a certain gender also, and sometimes those things are congruent and sometimes they're not. It doesn't matter. But whatever our gender identity or sexual orientation, the fact is there's attraction toward some persons or things, and we want to use that attraction in our spiritual practice. So, in a previous part 6, we talked about the deity and its role in spiritual practice as an object of meditation. Here we're talking about the deity as the Ishta, the desired. So the deity that is selected should attract us. There should be an erotic draw. That shocks some people, and if it shocks you, Tantra is not for you. Go back to church on Sunday. But if you can wrap your mind around the idea that an individual can feel an erotic attraction to a divine being, then you're in the groove with Tantra, that this is what we're working with here. So, first of all, you select an Ishta that is appealing to your heart and mind. And this may be given to you by your teacher. And what the lived experience of this is that through meditation, repetition of a mantra that corresponds to that deity, affection, love, and erotic attraction, all of those things get generated toward the divine being. And that attraction works, like Ramakrishna says, like the force of a magnet to metal, to iron. Now, the more that you practice, he considers it this way: the iron is covered with dirt. So the attraction may be initially relatively weak, but through practice, you're washing off the obstacles, so to speak, the dirt. And in that process, then the attraction grows stronger and stronger. The magnet, being God, attracts the metal, being the devotee, and ultimately they are joined.